The message is clear. European and Canadian leaders are openly discussing the need for a new leader for the free world, suggesting the United States is no longer perceived as fulfilling that role. It is stated that the European Union has expressed this view due to the perception of Donald Trump's treatment of Zelensky. Europe is reportedly positioning itself to potentially assume this leadership role in the future, taking over responsibilities once held by the United States. While current European military capabilities may be under discussion, there is anticipation for a military buildup through increased defense budgets. This perspective is considered noteworthy. Reports indicate that Poland, France, Germany, Italy, and even Canada, with Justin Trudeau, are expressing solidarity with Ukraine. The sentiment is that Trump's approach towards Zelensky is inappropriate. Social media observations indicate a unified message from European leaders, including Ursula von der Leyen, in support of Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. Be strong, be brave, be fair. This message is being widely echoed. Zelensky is likely receiving numerous expressions of gratitude from European and Canadian leaders. These leaders are purportedly emphasizing the necessity of Zelensky's support and the commitment to continue resisting Russia, regardless of U.S. support. Reports also suggest that some individuals are expressing support for Ukraine, the European Union, and Canada, while opposing Trump's stance. Regarding personal opinions, the focus remains primarily on India's interests, observing global events like the situations in Gaza and Ukraine without taking sides. Understanding recent events, Zelensky's position, and the stances of the USA and Trump is crucial. This context helps explain the internal dynamics within the G7. Concerning Ukraine, Donald Trump's position appears to be that lost Ukrainian territory is irrecoverable. Future negotiations with Putin would aim to reclaim some areas, but the priority is to end the Ukraine-Russia war and establish peace. The U.S. reportedly aims to reduce its financial commitment to Ukraine, viewing the current spending as largely benefiting U.S. defense companies. A broader U.S. objective is to decrease defense spending across the board. Trump advocates for a swift end to the war. Trump's perspective perceives Zelensky as potentially prolonging the conflict, believing in continued support from Europe and the USA for a potentially decade-long war. However, Trump is reportedly pushing for immediate ceasefire negotiations with Russia based on current conditions. Concerns are raised about the potential for renewed Russian aggression following a ceasefire agreement. Trump addressed this concern by questioning the logic of preparing for hypothetical future threats rather than focusing on the immediate situation. He downplayed the likelihood of Russia breaking a ceasefire, suggesting they respect authority. Trump's stance is characterized by some as offering hesitation pills. Furthermore, Trump is quoted as warning against escalating the situation to World War III. There are differing perspectives. Ukrainians are apprehensive, feeling potentially abandoned by the U.S. and Europe after initial reliance. The U.S., under Trump's approach, seems to prioritize ending the war to avert further escalation, including the possibility of World War III. Trump is advising Zelensky to pursue a ceasefire to save lives and prevent a larger catastrophe. From a global perspective, prioritizing peace aligns with India's stated position of advocating for peace. Trump's approach of seeking a ceasefire and peace agreement is presented as a sensible immediate step, given the unpredictable nature of future events and potential for renewed conflict. Looking ahead, the level of U.S. support for Ukraine is expected to diminish. While the U.S. has provided cyber support via Starlink and various forms of aid, including weapons and financial assistance, indications suggest a gradual reduction in this support. Cyber support may have already been significantly curtailed. Future reductions in other forms of aid are anticipated. One proposed solution from European leaders, specifically Giorgia Meloni, is a summit between European leaders and Donald Trump. Meloni believes that a divergence between the U.S. and Europe weakens Western civilization. She has consistently emphasized the importance of preserving Western civilization and aims to persuade Trump to engage in a summit with leaders like Macron and others. However, Trump's willingness to participate is uncertain. Reportedly, similar to his interaction with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Trump appears reluctant to become entangled in European issues. A video clip shows Trump jokingly questioning the UK PM about fighting Russia independently, reflecting a broader European concern about facing Russia without US support. It is argued that Zelensky could have adopted a less confrontational approach with Trump, expressing gratitude for past aid and focusing on reaching agreements. The current strained relationship is described as a missed opportunity. A CNN journalist commented that Zelensky's approach was counterproductive, suggesting a more diplomatic strategy would have been beneficial. The current situation is described as worsened by certain actions, placing Ukraine in a difficult position. A major Russian offensive is anticipated, potentially resulting in significant casualties and territorial losses for Ukraine, unless Zelensky reconsiders his stance and agrees to a swift ceasefire under the proposed conditions. Despite the challenges, there are positive economic indicators, such as the U.S. stock market showing positive growth. This is partly attributed to the U.S. not announcing further substantial aid packages for Ukraine, signaling a focus on the U.S. economy. The rise in the U.S. stock market is noted, while the potential recovery of the Indian stock market remains uncertain, given its oversold condition. The current global situation is considered historically significant. Furthermore, recent discoveries include the Chinese Zhurong rover finding evidence of ancient beaches on another planet, indicating a past ocean. Details of this discovery have been published. The question arises, on which planet were these ancient beaches recently discovered? The options are Mars, Venus, Mercury, or Moon. The answer can be provided in the comments section. Correct answers will be acknowledged to help others identify the right response. The demand for data analysts is consistently high across various sectors and job platforms. For individuals with a graduation degree seeking career direction and entry-level job opportunities, data analytics is presented as a potentially valuable field. Further information on starting a career in data analytics can be found by following the provided link. Data analytics courses are widely available, but some programs offer unique features such as live classes, unlike many providing pre-recorded lectures and self-paced learning. Live classes, such as those offering 260 hours of instruction, facilitate interactive learning and smaller batch sizes for personalized attention. New batches are starting soon, presenting an opportunity to begin a data analyst career. Interested individuals are encouraged to visit the link in the comments section for details. This concludes the overview.